Today on RDE, we are excited to introduce a brand new YouTube channel series.
Yeah, so we're going to introduce the Datsun. Shoot lots of videos across the building of the Datsun, looking at what we're shooting for as a theme of the build, and just trying to key you in, let you know our thought process as we develop products. We're going to head over to Prater Auto Restoration and go check on the Datsun right now.
Spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on. Pop a bottle, about to make it rain. Let me give you something now to celebrate. Come on. And if you're wondering why I move the way I do, I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, 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 I just feel so good. I see the world through my thrift store shades, rose-colored lenses and a fake gold frame. Come on. Songs on an air guitar, posing for your picture like a superstar. Yeah, come on.
So we're over at Prater Auto Restorations right now, getting the rust repair done on the Datsun. Local shop here in Maryville, Tennessee. You can follow them on Instagram for more information. Link above and the link in the description. Scott's been doing this work for a long time, and over here at RDE, we're not that good at rust repair. So we're glad to connect with him and get things progressing on the Datsun as we're trying to develop products and move forward. You can see down through here, he's already repaired all the rust on the frame rail. If you remember back in the older videos, all of this was rotted out. Underneath the shock towers rotted out, started welding up holes. I mean, he's just done a phenomenal job at getting this car back to its shape it needs to be. You can see down through here, there were holes all in the shock towers. Refix this cross member right here where the radiator, the previous owner just cut that out in order to fit a radiator, and that's just not going to work, not for this theme of build. This is another common area for rust, and you can see this is pretty much what it all looks like before, and without the final touches. He's already got the piece in. We'll smooth that out, and then same rust situation over here. The front's pretty much done. It's a phenomenal job. This will allow us to put it on a rotisserie. The bumper supports were rotted out, so we can put our rotisserie right here, pick up the car, flip it over, finish welding the frame and anything from underneath. So that's gonna help out a lot. Coming to the middle of the car, the next project is rear floor pans. We're gonna cut all this out, repair it back to normal. That pretty much takes care of the middle section here. Now we did go ahead and cut out the firewall to accommodate the new engine. It will be a K20, K24, hadn't decided, paired to an S2000 transmission. So that'll give us modern tech in an old car. I'm a Honda guy. I love my Honda stuff, and that's just what I'm familiar with. So that'd be a fun swap. But cut the firewall out to make sure that we can fit anything in here, position the motor where we want, and then we'll build the firewall around the car. Got a little bit of rust down here in the dog leg of the wheel arch. We'll repair this. The rocker panels. Shout out to RDE Fab. They're the only ones that carry a full rocker panel on this car, and we've bought them on both sides. They also offer rear quarters. And Z Depot has these small sections right here that you can patch in instead of cutting out the whole rear quarter. So those are options for Datsuns. There's not a lot of places that supply sheet metal panels for this car. It's just not that popular, so there's a couple of shops to look for if you're looking for them. We'll put a link in the description. In the rear, not too much. Like I said, rear quarters. There's some rust inside the wheel arch here, but not a lot going on right there. The majority of the work was in the front of the car. And there's a spot on the roof too that we've got to fix. Right here. But overall, the car's starting to come together. Once we leave here, we'll go ahead and start mocking up engine mounts and getting everything fitted up prior to going and getting it blasted again, and then we'll get it primered just in an anti-rust while we're doing more body work on the car. Let's see, same story over here. This is all rusted out. And the unique part, the great thing about this is we won't replace this whole rocker. We'll keep the original and we'll use one of these patch panels. You want to hand me that patch panel, Dean? Let's get the other side. So we'll fit up, get this welded in. That'll save Scott a lot of time. He doesn't have to form all this, and it's already kind of bent and ready to go. That'll help out. And like I was saying earlier, Fab, we'll put a link in the description, sells these rocker panels right here, already formed. And the common area on the Datsuns that I see is this area right here is rusted out. So we'll use a section of this, cut out. All of this right here is good, but this way you don't have to form this piece. I mean, that's just a complex piece. It'll cost many hours, we'll say, which translates to dollars in repair. So pick these up at Fab. But that's kind of a basic overview of where we're at with the Datsun. We'll get it back, like I said, start fitting up the engine, start fitting up custom engine mounts, build a rotisserie so we can flip this whole thing over, weld the entire frame all in position instead of vertically out of position, and then keep going. You got anything to add on it?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we really want to highlight is, as Robert is building through his Datsun, and even as we develop products for it, we really want to highlight the shops that are doing the work. You know, Robert and I are engineers, and there is so many fantastic craftsmen that live in our area that do this type of auto repair, that make some really interesting parts, that do interiors, so on and so forth. So as we go through this build series, we really want to make sure we visit the shops as they're working on the Datsun and really highlight those folks and to show you those their work, because it's really amazing, and it's some of the best portions of this build project.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to just looking at these current projects that Scott's got going on over here. Some amazing things that without him, we wouldn't be able to build at this level. So.
And then the joy of that is we're hoping to have those craftsmen and the other shops that we're working with or that are working on the Datsun for us to maybe show us around and show us some of the other work they're doing. And so we're pretty happy to get the opportunity to work with Scott, and Scott's going to give us a nice overview of his shop and some of the amazing projects he's got going in the pipeline right now.
All right, so when we come back, we'll feature Scott, let him actually walk through the car and show the areas he's repaired, kind of give an overview of his experience, look at some of these awesome builds back here, and just get him a little bit more involved. So we're looking forward to it. Of course, this was supposed to be a grocery getter anyways. It's the history of these cars. They were supposed to be grocery getters.
Hey, it is funny
Like a
though,
mom's
they're supposed
car.
to be grocery getters, and they're one of the first cars with full independent rear suspension.
Yeah. Because there's always that one gearhead on the development team. It's like, hey, we're going to invent a van,
make this fast.
but I want to be able to make it fast.
Yep.
I got to figure out what I'm saying first.